Welcome to the YYC Real Estate Show. We got a special Christmas holiday episode. This is episode 38. And we got our festive sweaters on. What does yours say?
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Mine's just a bunch of sharks. So yeah.
Well, happy holidays to everybody out there, all the viewers and everyone around town. We're enjoying a very, very lovely winter. Great weather, still +6 today, daytime, so it's a good time. Sebastian, welcome back.
Thank you.
He was away for a little bit, out of town.
Yeah, I spent
warmer weathers.
Yeah, I spent a couple of weeks in Mexico. Actually, I was supposed to be there for a week, and then I extended it another week, and then I was like, what's one more week gonna hurt?
Take ribbon a page out of my book.
So I ended up staying there for like 20 days. But the thing about us realtors is that business continues. I was still down there making calls, but there's something just incredible making calls in a nice, like, tropical country. So yeah, I'm refreshed. I'm back. My batteries are charged, and I guess I'm ready for the holidays.
Back, batteries are charged, ready to relax.
Yeah, ready to relax.
Well, I'm sure everyone's aware during the holidays season, month of December, you don't imagine things to be that busy. There is a little slowdown in the real estate market as far as transactions. So in the last week, there was only 375, which is still okay for this time. Condos and townhouses, being so affordable now, are actually seeing the biggest increase of sales. So we'll see how their numbers perhaps change in the next couple months. But for apartments, for the sales, there was, in the last week, 101. And detached, 175. So just those two alone made up majority of that whole week. Don't imagine there was any full duplexes. Two. Recreational. I'd love to finally see one recreational. You never see a recreational sale. Row townhouse, 67, and attached house, 30.
So those who don't know, what does a recreational sale look like?
So it's kind of like, it can be a timeshare. It can be something that's zoned and licensed for just not residential.
Okay. I actually didn't know you could sell timeshares on the
MLS. You can. You see MLS listings where they're selling timeshares, and you get, 4 weeks out of the year. You'll see a beautiful place in Canmore, Banff, for example, and you'll be like, wow, I'll pay $80,000 for this. When you find out you're paying $80,000 to have 4 weeks a year of access.
Yeah, plus
you're like 1/10 owner or something, right?
Yeah, and
there's fractions.
Yeah, you got to pay for the cleaning fees after you leave, and you got to pay for the maintenance, and I don't know. I've never been a big fan of timeshares.
How many active listings think we have?
I'm gonna guess 2,700.
2,155.
Whoa. Okay.
Low inventory. Very low inventory.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But again, it's that curve and the natural yearly trend, which is, it is December. Anyone that wanted to list is going to list, or just going to wait until January, February, right? So there are some that list now, and most will wait. So let's see what the next couple of weeks bring.
Yeah, I'm sure that once January comes, we're going to have an uptick. And then once spring comes, we're going to have a huge uptick like we usually do. And I'm curious to see what our interest rates are. I heard that there was news about that. Plus, I heard that the U.S. just lowered their interest rates. So I wonder if that's going to reflect in the Canadian market.
Ours held steady for the first time, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's holding steady, but I heard something about the Bank of Canada saying that they're going to go up.
Yeah, so they finally maintained their policy rate, continuing a quantitative tightening. BOC held its target for the overnight rate of 5%.
Yeah.
5.25 at the bank rate.
Mm-hmm.
So
go to news. Let's see what they. Because I thought that there was something.
$11 hours ago, 7.2. Because you have to remember that 5%, there's prime plus, right?
Yeah.
So I guess the prime's 2.2 if it's 7.2%.
Okay, nice.
Tell us about your property that you went to go check on down in Mexico.
Yeah, so me and a family member bought a property there last year, beachfront property, and it's very fortunate that I'm a Mexican because technically as a foreigner you're not allowed to buy beachfront property. Like there's some ways around it where you can get like a 99-year lease with a bank and they technically own it.
99 years?
Yeah, so it's like it's yours, but you don't technically own it, right? So yeah, I went to go check up on it, paid the taxes, the fun stuff. Actually, funny enough, maybe an interesting tidbit: the taxes for that beachfront property were only $500
for the whole year. That's
For the
amazing.
whole year, yeah. And which makes sense. But the things that doesn't make sense is when you go to like see gas in Mexico, it is almost 2 times more expensive than here. It's almost at the $2 mark. It's like $1.90 for gas down there. But yeah, no, that property's great. We have plans for it in the future. We want to either demolish it or renovate it, and I really want to put it up on Airbnb for when we're not using it. But I mean, just like and that city is Mérida, Yucatan, and it's so similar to Calgary, as in Calgary is an amazing, pretty safe city, super clean. Mérida is probably the safest city in Mexico, and it's having an explosive growth, just like Calgary is. It's the amount of developments and subdivisions and whatnot that's happening down there is impressive. Well, it's just like Calgary.
Seen a lot of cranes?
A lot of cranes. Well, not so many cranes. They don't have too many, but a lot of like one of the big models right now is that someone will buy one beachfront property and they'll make a really nice, like, practically beach club, right? And then they'll have bigger subdivisions inland, and then it's like, oh, buy your property inland and we give you unlimited access to this beach club, right? So then everybody has kind of like beachfront access, which is one of the big.
Like buy an apartment way back there,
yeah,
and this is your guys' clubhouse.
Yeah, only
just come here for the day and hang out.
They usually have restaurants and bars and. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's impressive because one of the small towns near there called Chuburná, at night, sometimes you go to some of the bars and it's just filled with Canadians. I think there might be more Canadians moving there than Americans right now. Yeah. So. Yeah,
Canadians are definitely spreading their dollar and looking abroad. We talk about it quite a bit. There's many different countries where we're more than welcome. There's rules that benefit Canadians as far as not being taxed and additional fees when purchasing overseas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? What if things hit the fan here? At least you have a property somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. And sometimes the cost of entry is cheaper too,
Mm-hmm.
and the returns can sometimes be better than what you can get here. So it's just depending how you want to park your money or invest it. I'm obviously the Mexican connection. You're the Dominican connection.
For sure.
Both are great. I mean, I feel like Dominican is maybe more of an untapped opportunity as far as
it's actually just not talked about. There's a lot of Canadians investing there.
Yeah. But I mean, the cost of entry is lower,
much lower
than what you find in the Caribbean. And Mexico.
The honest, harsh truth about it, why on this side I believe BC, Alberta, why Canadians on this side aren't looking that way, because it's a direct flight from us here to go straight to Mexico.
Yeah.
Whereas to go to the Dominican, you must go from here to Toronto there.
Yeah.
Right? That's the issue. But those that have done that and see how far their dollar goes and see all the relaxed rules of investing down there, that's why I run into Canadians every time I go. So it's great.
Yeah.
Look into it. I encourage you all.
Yeah, when you don't feel like being in Canada for the winter, nothing wrong with having a little beach house.
Yeah, it's always nice to have somewhere that's your own spot. Yeah. Airbnb it the rest of the year, and block off the dates when you're going to go once a year, twice a year.
I heard a little Airbnb hack, and I don't know if it's true, but I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, keep going. I'm actually, that reminds me, like, isn't there a new rule coming where
for
no Airbnbs? And
well, yeah, I saw a little Airbnb hack that said don't block off dates on your properties because Airbnb doesn't want to promote properties that don't want to make the platform money, right? So when you block off days, it actually decreases your ranking with them. So what they say is that instead of blocking them off, increase the rates so much so that if someone does choose to rent that property,
you're going to rent it to them.
You're going to rent it. It makes sense for you to find different accommodations. But this way, Airbnb doesn't give you a hit on your ranking for how many people it shows your property to. So what are you finding?
I'm just looking up. Someone said something, and again, I don't see a recent article. This is an article from 6 months ago, I believe.
About Airbnbs. Do you know what it was about?
I know about this. Not all buildings will allow it for apartments.
Makes
That's
sense.
fine. Airbnb supports this bylaw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought, because the news that there is for BC. See, after May 2024, your BC Airbnb listing is not going to be valid, or majority of them will not be valid, right?
So do they have to renew it with the new rules? I'm guessing.
Rental platforms are now required to share host data for enforcement and tax auditing purposes and must promptly remove unlicensed listings.
Oh.
So,
ouch.
But everything on Airbnb is licensed. You have an Airbnb license. To get that license, you have to show you're the owner of the property.
I wonder if it means if you're renting an illegal suite. If that's one of the situations where it's this person doesn't have a legal suite, take down the listing.
The law also mandates that short-term rentals in larger municipalities be limited to hosts' principal residences, with some exemptions for smaller communities and resort areas. Okay. I still, like I said, I'm trying to see what it says for us. So maybe what I heard was not for Alberta.
Yeah.
That was good news.
Yeah.
Good news for me and those that I've encouraged to invest in Airbnbs, my clients out there. But hey, we can sell it.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's all right. Me, I was just looking here. I thought because of the slowdown in transactions, surprisingly, I'm showing houses every second day to buyers that are actively out there. A few listings I had up beginning of this month. So I usually December slow, but surprisingly, it's been quite busy.
Yeah.
I'm doing showings again tomorrow and Saturday. It's kind of what I was pulling up here. It's 310 or less is the criteria. 2 or more bedrooms. Has to have in-suite laundry.
And I see that you only selected apartment?
Well, that's not just the criteria, but if I take all that off, we get one extra.
Yeah, one more. Yeah.
But
so they're in their apartment range.
But you're right. Let's see what that one extra is, and it has to be around here. The client works at Foothills.
Yeah.
And I've suggested all the clients' criteria can be checked off if you're willing to go to Northwest here, all these new areas, Livingston, Carrington, up here you can get it, because he wants to stay west.
Yeah.
But for this price range, none of these communities other than these two, and we've seen these two. I'm just seeing if there's anything new here. Another thing I've talked about before, and which is also a criteria for lenders, they don't like post-tension cable buildings. So you want to say post-tension cable no, and that reduces it to 26.
Oh, surprising amount.
Yeah, again, post-tension cables is something that was a normal construction practice from 1970 to the early 80s. It's actually probably pretty cool for me to pull up an image of it.
And I'm curious if it's that the regular insurance companies won't insure it. There must be some way to get
insurers have an issue with it. Lenders have an insurance with it.
There must be a way to still.
There is. You just pay more.
Yeah, you pay a premium for that. Yeah.
And the clients that I've almost helped purchase one were I'm worried about resale. I'd rather we've looked at so many. I'll just get something that doesn't have this hurdle, right?
Yeah,
because you'll have the engineering reports. Everything will be on the up and up, and yet still, it can be an issue, right?
Yeah.
See, there's costly consequences when they fail. So that's always why those condos have higher fees as well too. It requires more maintenance. But like I was saying, post-tension cables was a construction style that was common in 1970s, 80s in Calgary for high-rise concrete construction condos only. And let's see what see if they have images for us. People always ask me about that, yeah.
Yeah, so post-tension cables are something that holds tension in the concrete of the foundation.
Yeah.
Right? It was designed to give it a certain strength to it, right?
It's actually stronger, but it requires more maintenance. Yeah. And as time goes on, when these corrode and stuff, going in there and doing these repairs as we see here, it can be costly, right? So that's why it's just a practice that was quickly dissolved and not used anymore.
Yeah.
But there are buildings in town that have it. As you saw, there was about 11, 12 because it went down to 26 results. So this one, kind of strange. I kind of laugh at these listings sometimes. Those in the public will see this just like I'm seeing it. Like, let's have a look at these wonderful photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is,
not even a wide angle.
but I always say photos they don't do justice. Like, you have to go there and see it. If the photos even look immaculate, still go. It might not look as great.
Yeah,
this one, the photos aren't the best. You might go there and it might be
hurts.
nice.
It hurts the sellability of it for sure, having bad photos.
I agree.
Yeah, because then
this one's
people
better.
Immediately skip it, right?
We looked at this one.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So you're gonna show your clients some properties tomorrow. Are they looking to get something this holiday? Like they're just ready?
Yeah, lease is up. Has to be out end of February. We're looking to lock something in mid-February.
Yeah.
If we have to get possession Feb 1, we'll do it.
And that's a time frame, right?
Yeah.
It's
you look now, and that should be more than
probably
enough
gonna
time.
move in a month or two. Yeah. Yeah, but what else? What plans you got for the holiday season? Spend some time with the family.
Always, yeah, just family time and, turning 39 on Boxing Day. That's about it.
39.
Big 39, I guess.
39.
I'm an old man.
One away from 40.
Just another holiday for me there, Sonny.
Yeah. Still young at heart, right?
Shut up. This guy.
No. But
no, I'm really looking forward to the new year. It's been a great, great year.
yeah.
Everyone that was worried and afraid about the Canadian, Calgary specifically, market has enjoyed how busy it's been. We've been very fortunate, us agents, those out there that are purchasing, buying, selling, reno and flip. Everyone's been doing well this year. So let's hope that continues. Let's hope the interest rates do come down as promised. And we'll keep a weekly eye on it and keep everyone updated. And happy holidays, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, sounds good. Happy holidays, guys. For those that celebrate, Merry Christmas. And until next one.